This entire week has been a I wake up every day wondering like what the is gonna happen next. Hot mess. What's up, guys? If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. My name is Nicole Mercedes, and I know this past week has been difficult emotionally, mentally. I mean, this past year has been a complete show too, so no surprise there. But I have been in an immense amount of like stress and anxiety, little bubble, and I figured I was like, you know what, need to like put something positive out there, come up with a video and give some steps about how to lower your stress or anxiety if you are suffering from it. I think a lot of us are at this point, so let's just jump right in. Stress and anxiety are super common for most people, and apparently 70% of adults in the US suffer from one and or both of them. So the society we live in is not helping. Between now with the pandemic, that especially all of us are working from home, everything is like the work-life balance is non-existent. I think people are asking you to do too much, and they're asking for even more and not even bumping up your pay. So I was just thinking of a whole bunch of different tips and things that I do and that I'm starting to incorporate into my life in order to help de-stress and reduce anxiety, and I think it's going to be very helpful for the rest of you guys. The first one that I usually do every other night, definitely on the weekends, is light a candle. I love candles. They smell so nice and they're super cute. I definitely, this is a forever mood house. So shout out to Auntie Jackie if you ever watch it. And this is also my favorite scent. Left on Red, gorgeous. Super cute, and it's home decor as well. So using essential oils or burning a candle can help reduce your stress. Some scents are especially soothing, like lavender, rose, and orange blossom. So go get you a candle or get you an oil diffuser, get some oils, and just liven up your home. Secondly, you should probably reduce your caffeine intake, especially for everyone who drinks coffee like crazy. Put down the Starbucks, put down the Cafe Bustelo. We all know that caffeine is a stimulant, so the higher doses you have, the more actual like anxiety that you're going to get. You don't need all of that, so reel back on the chocolate, the energy drinks, coffee, and even for tea. There's not that much caffeine in tea, but still. Thirdly, you need to laugh. Like, make yourself laugh. If you can't make yourself laugh, like I tell jokes all the time, I'm like, girl, you funny. Oh, I know. I know. What you need to do is probably just start watching shows like comedies. I am a lover of everything Parks and Recreation and The Office. So when I'm having a bad day, that's probably what I'm going to turn on. You can watch other comedies. You want to just watch things that are going to put you in a good mood, and like it just bumps up like your serotonin levels and just make you feel great. Because when you're laughing, like you can't be anxious and like really like laughing like a hearty laugh at the same time. Laughing is going to also like relieve tension and relieving stress in your body. So it loosens you up when you're laughing. So you want to be able to do that. And lastly, it also helps build up your immune system and changes your mood. So yes, keep laughing, please. Another tip, so I think this is like the fourth one. You guys need to learn how to say no. I think I love saying no. And no is that's a sentence, that is a response. You don't have to elaborate, just tell people no. Not all stressors are within your control, but some of them are. So your ability to tell people no, like this makes you uncomfortable, or this is too much on my plate, I cannot do this. You can give it to somebody else, or I will come back to it at a later date, but I will not be doing this in the time frame that you need it. You might have to say that. And if you can't get something done, you need to ask for help. Like at this point, we're all running just like machines and stuff, and at some point you're gonna drop dead because of it. There's too many outside sources of stress anyway. So you need to be able to be a firm no. If they ask you to, no, I can't. Take a day off if you need to. I've done it. I've done mental health days because I cannot function well. If you cannot function well, you're not going to be able to take care of other people, and you're not going to be able to do your job if you're working. Like, you can't do it. Before we continue, if you guys are getting some good content, hit the like button, also leave a comment, and let me know how you feel about it so far. The fifth tip that I'm going to discuss is take a yoga class. Now, full disclosure, I do not care for yoga. I know people who adore it, and they're like, I feel so free and it's amazing. I've taken several classes. A few of them couldn't stand. I think the ones that are more beginner friendly for people like me who are not as flexible, and you know, if you're struggling with some upper body movements and trying to hold yourself, beginner classes are good. I believe there are about like 13 different types of yoga. So you should be able to find something that is along the lines of like what you're looking for and like you would be comfortable in. This next one is similar to yoga, I guess, in a sense, but we're really going to work on practicing mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness, this is a practice that helps you stay present and in the now. It helps combat the anxiety-inducing feelings of, effects of negative talk and negative thoughts. So the whole point is that you're supposed to kind of clear your mind and think of, focus on something positive and think of that and try to stay in the moment. And if you hear any negative thoughts are coming to you, you're supposed to immediately go back to the positive thoughts and try to center yourself and like breathe through it and figure out like, okay, what do I actually like what's positive now? Because there are different breathing exercises and meditation that can help you learn how to be mindful, and you're really focusing on your breathing and slowing down and staying in the present moment. Next, you should go take a walk. So I know I've talked about this previously in another video when talking about how like to be happy like being alone. So I'm gonna like link that up there about going into nature and the special, like the good effects that it has on your body and your system. Taking a walk allows you to like enjoy the scenery, clear your mind, and just like escape all of the stress, anxiety, negative thoughts that you have. This is a simple way to help rejuvenate your mind, body, and your soul, just to get some fresh air, get the sun on your skin, and just bask in it, and just simple walk. And it's a good form of exercise that is low impact. So the eighth tip is you want to create some artwork. So you can go paint, or you can draw or color. Today I was into like, I need to do my makeup and really just bright colors. It's been a really gloomy week emotionally, so I was like, I'm gonna put on yellow because let's be real, every black person looks good in yellow. Yes, and with some eyeshadow, I was like, you know what, this is a form of art. If you're not into that and don't want to do any of that, and you don't paint or draw, you can use is an adult coloring book. So I got this one from like Five Below, and let's see, they have a lot of like geometric shapes and really fine lines that like that. So anytime that I'm stressed out, like I pull one of these bad boys out and I will literally forget after a couple minutes that I'm stressed. Like all your energy is focused on this one task that you don't even remember that you were anxious before. So our next tip is you want to express gratitude. Even though we are going through some crappy times, you want to be able to show gratitude for even the smallest thing, even if it's just one good thing in your life. You want to really sit down, think about what that one thing is that you'd say that you're really grateful for. Like today, I am extremely grateful that God woke me up this morning, because I know there are a lot of people Who did not make it? You just gotta find some good, some kindness, something to be grateful for in this sea of free. Next, this might sound weird, but you want to sip on some honey. Yes, you want to consume a spoonful of honey. Besides being like a natural skin moisturizer, also I know it's good for use as an antibiotic. I've been using it also just taking like organic raw honey because of my asthma, so it's actually supposed to help. So yeah, if you're an asthmatic in whatever part of the country you live in, you should try and go to like a farmer's market and get fresh honey from your local area, and it's supposed to help with your asthma and then also help with like your allergies. Honey provides compounds that help reduce inflammation in your brain, which means it literally physically helps combat anxiety and depression. The powers of nature. You should also talk it out. I know it is stressful and things can be overwhelming, so sometimes instead of just staying in your head, you should find a trusted person to go and divulge, some information to, because apparently the people who are more talkative scientifically seem to be happier than those who are really withdrawn and just keep everything to themselves. So you want to go and just vent. So either it could be, be your parent or guardian, one of your close friends, a neighbor, someone that you're really cool with and close with, but also that won't judge you, and then y'all can have an open dialogue. But disclaimer, especially if that person, if you know that a person has some type of mental health things going on too, that you want to be cognizant and ask them like, hey, are you in a good mental space for me to like unload my issues onto you? If not, cool, we can wait another day. But I think it is really helpful just for clarity to like actually ask, because you don't want to sit here and like word vomit onto somebody who is already going through a lot, and then it potentially can end up triggering them with like your trauma and the anxiety and things that are going on now. I know this past week has been a hell of a ride. You need to take the time that you need to be able to take care of yourself. So if you have to be alone and people hitting you up, let them know like, hey, like mentally, like I need a mental break. Like it's not you, literally, it is not you, it's me. The world is just becoming too much for me, and I just want to unplug, and I just need to be able to relax and recuperate and rejuvenate myself, like recharge, and I will come back when I feel okay. I have not, with all of these shootings going on, one more, it is how many kids are being killed by these cops. Then there's a mass shooting every day. It is too much. There's too much. On top of still this global pandemic people are still dying from. So when is enough going to be enough? Like we are being bombarded with too much negativity every single day. It's becoming overwhelming. So we need to be able to find ways and get tips and tricks in order to just be able to handle it and be able to just be able to function. It's okay to not be okay. Like it is okay not to be okay. But if things are getting too crazy and even talking to a friend or family member is not enough, maybe you should look into counseling. I know depending on where you're at and what it could be not affordable, or if insurance doesn't cover it, whatever. But I'm thinking you really should just do a little research. If you feel like you're getting to the point that this is just too much, you might need to talk to a professional to give you different tools that you could use to not feel so like bogged down and bombarded by so much negativity, and learn how to flip it on its head and move forward. Please be kind to yourself at this time, and just make sure that you're taking out the time that you need to just be healthy and happy and just be able to breathe easy. We're outie today. Thank you guys so much. Blessings and love to all of you guys. So, bye.